Okay, so yeah, American Horror Story Season 10 was a double feature, which was two different stories split up between them because neither of them were enough to carry a whole season. And like Tom said, the first half was too long and yet too short at the same time. But yeah, so part two
is Death Valley with Spice Allens. If you get that reference, well, hey. I really hated it. And this is right up my alley.
Right. And so that's kind of what I was curious to see what you thought of it because
hated it.
You're hip to
I am hip to all that jazz.
And the way they dramatized it.
I didn't care about the two gays, or the two girls.
Yeah.
I think what they should have done is taken that story completely out and either done it all with Eisenhower.
Yeah.
Up into the future, where they actually had the baby.
I mean, at the very end, yeah.
Or because cutting it back and forth.
Mamie Eisenhower was still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how do I put this? There's a lot of problems. First of all, their cartoonish portrayal of Nixon.
Okay.
Cartoonish. That means they've never listened to him speak or give a speech or...
Right, no, it's caricaturish.
Just fucking...
Right.
It is worse than his depiction in Futurama.
Right. Oh, God, dude.
And it's like they just pulled a bio sheet on him. Oh, he's a Quaker, so we can put that in the thing. But he did... So that really pissed me off. Because I did my thesis for my BA on Watergate.
Oh, right.
And so I'm just like, this isn't this person at all. What the come on. Because you can weave in history to make a compelling story.
Right.
Because they had...
Man, I mean, all this is like actual legit theoretical... People believed this stuff about Eisenhower and the contract and with the aliens.
But what I'm saying is like, because they believe that's the way Nixon is. Or he was. That's not...
Or it could have just been the guy who played it was miscast and he just didn't do a very good portrayal. I don't know, but yeah, no.
Because they had the thing with...
But I mean, it was the way it was written, too.
They had the robot. Thor, whatever.
Yeah.
So that was like, oh. So somebody might actually know what they're doing when they're writing this. And then, no, it ended up being just... blah.
Yeah, and they had the one, that hybrid...
That was the nurse or...
Yeah.
So
the whole thing was that they wanted to pretty much hybrid themselves with humans to live on this world.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't just live on this world as is. They had to kind of crossbreed and then combine their genes
but
with
again,
humans.
This whole bullshit of, oh, well, humans don't like to share. We can share with the lizard people. Fuck you. The lizard people are going to kill your ass. Don't...
Right?
Fucking, oh my God. So you don't even know the bullshit lore that you're delving into. So,
right. And I mean, they clearly took it from these ideas that are legit ideas out there that people do believe that.
Yeah.
We've been in diplomatic relations with the aliens since the 50s.
But even that
but it's the way they dramatized it, right?
It was just bad.
Right.
Just god awful. Valiant Thor was this kind of sex robot. What? And then you've got and the whole Area 51 thing. And then another problem like that Roxanne brought up. She's like, either the motherfuckers went to the moon or they didn't. Because you can't say they didn't go to the moon and then also say that they saw shit when they were in space.
Right.
Which the fuck is it?
Right.
I go,
right.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. And also, Nixon was real hip to the fucking alien thing because his friend, the great one, Jackie Gleason, he's like, hey, let's go. They took a ride down to Florida, saw an alien body.
Yeah.
So, that's, again, Nixon was completely just a caricature. Just not even, and just... And then the whole genetic thing with the alien, with the hybrids, that one's a vampire squid, and and I'm just like, what the fuck? And then just none of it worked on any kind of level of
right
science fiction.
But that whole thing, the contract with Eisenhower to allow
Yeah.
a given number of Americans to be abducted, which is why so many Americans have reported abduction experience or whatever, and it's not happening all over the world, is because we had a contract that we entered into
Right.
with
And
them.
So then the other thing with the aliens, they're that stupid that they're going to keep impregnating these women to have biological life forms that don't, like, wouldn't it be like, all right, we tried it with this one, the genetic template from this gal, didn't work out, so why are we going to keep pumping shit into her to see if it's going to...
Oh, like that one with that was the breeder?
Yeah.
With the silver ball on her head?
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
Oh, that was the one. That was the one that finally it keyed into it right.
Right.
But I'm just like, so as aliens, these fucking, mind sophisticate fucking aliens come to Earth, and they want to take over the planet and be all sneaky, twirling mustache, but then they don't know how to do the genetics, and you're just going to keep working with the same.
They're just
material?
doing like a trial and error thing.
Yeah.
This didn't work. We'll try this.
And we'll do it again with these same people.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again till we get it right.
What? So I'm just like, that's not even, no. That is not even cool.
But, I could see that maybe they didn't have all the genetics worked out before they came here because they were
okay, but
there was a crisis going on their home world, and
okay, but then trial and error, but then you wouldn't keep. All right, so you
can travel the spaceways to another world that could potentially save your species. You'd think you'd have a little bit more medical and genetic,
manipulative abilities,
skill, whatever. Yeah.
So that also fell
understanding
flat.
Of it at least, or even working theory that you showed up with.
Yeah, and then why are they impregnating guys too? What the? It just got. It was way too. Just no. It was just no. Just a hard no. And then all of a sudden, Mimi Eisenhower decides, oh, well, this is a bad idea. Well, and then what about the Eisenhower children?
Yeah.
Where the fuck did they go?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, what was their fate?
Yeah, what? Just so it really just didn't like either go there, go hard, go deep, turn those insides into black pudding and do it right, or just don't
bother.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what really bothered me with that second half.
Yeah, no, I can see that because they were in as in so many other things. When they dramatize something like this, they count on 90% of their audience having no clue what the source material was or what they're basing it on. And for a lot of people, it's like, I never knew that before. And they go look into it and find out that it's based on some true fucking shit, whatever.
That's a given.
But, that's the thing, is that's when they take all these judicious liberties with their with their storytelling that they want to put together, and they're counting on your ignorance to not know that they
don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're writing either.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that's
not uncommon.
And it was really disappointing because there was some, like, the Valiant Thor
there was
thing.
potential in it.
There was great potential in it.
Yes.
And then the whole garden thing.
It's like we were talking the other night, and maybe we'll do another talk on this, but that series Dark Skies was very similar in that it took the historical events, the actual stuff, and wove it into their alien conspiracy series, and it was an ongoing series. I don't think it made more than one season.
Yeah.
If it did, it made 2 seasons tops. But it was called Dark Skies in the 90s, and it was really interesting. I liked it, and maybe we'll have to see if we can find it somewhere and do a talk on it, because this horror story thing was very similar to that.
Yes, But it was,
where it wove the actual historical events into their alien.
And then why don't you? Because after Nixon, you have
Ford.
Then who's after Ford?
And then Carter.
Carter, Reagan.
Yeah.
And then the CIA motherfucker.
Yeah.
And why don't you keep going on with the presidents? Why didn't you keep going on with that?
Right.
It really just fell short. It was unbelievably disappointing.
And on that happy note,
Yes. Like, share, and subscribe.